My name is Teresa Paglione. I am currently the Vice President of the Lee County Historical Society. This cabin was originally about 8 miles north of here. It was donated by Newell Floyd. It was in his family. It is actually pretty much the second oldest cabin, log house cabin, in the state of Alabama. Was built by or for William Barnard. He was a Creek Indian leader. His grandfather was a military officer with the British and stationed in Georgia. William's father is Timothy Barnard, and Timothy was their son. Timothy was also the Creek interpreter for Benjamin Hawkins, who was appointed by President George Washington as the factor for the Indians in the South. So this is a little bit of history of the U.S., not just of Lee County. William, his father Timothy was married to a Creek Yuchi woman, and they had several children, including Timpucci Barnard, who is also a Creek leader that is famous, and then William. And they both fought with General Coffee and the troops in the Creek War with the U.S. government. And then as a result, the U.S. government allowed 640 acres to each man, and William took his 640 acres right here in what is now Lee County, and this is the house that they built for him. We've had this donated. We took it apart. We actually hired somebody that does cabin restoration and brought it here, and over the last 5 years I've been putting it back up. It's wonderful, two-story dog trot. It's got maybe 60% of it is still original. We have had to replace a lot due to termite damage and just safety concerns, but we felt like at least having the cabin together as much as it is and knowing what has been replaced and or restored is better than letting the thing just fall apart or get burned up in the woods somewhere. Parts of this cabin have been basically restored or replaced because of the wood damage. We do still have a lot of the original. You can see this is planed with a saw. It's flat, and you can see in this part it's orange. But if you look on this wall, you can actually see the hatchet marks where this thing was actually straightened and flattened with an axe when it was a tree. So we have some logs that were as much as 100 feet long, and a few that are shorter. But most of the first floor is original. But we took care not to try to hide the fact that there's a lot of this that is new and was planed with a saw. But we want kids to know this is how they used to straighten out logs. This is how you planed boards, was you got on top of it with an axe, so you see the axe marks going down the wood, down the log.